Welcome everyone to the 2006 Super Bowl game featuring the Indianapolis Colts versus the New York Giants. It's been a fun road getting our fourth season underway and to the completion of the season. I know the Patriots lost to the Colts in the AFC Championship. They were the fourth seed going up against the Colts, who were the second seed. And then the Giants edged out a victory, even though they were the number one team, facing the fifth seed Eagles in the NFC Championship. Won by 1 point, the 2-point conversion from 21 to 22 points. And here we are with another exciting Super Bowl here today. So there you see Tony Dungy. We got Fassel, the Giants head coach, getting their team pumped up, ready to go. Looking forward to this final conclusion of the 2005-2006 NFL season. So there they go, trotting on the field. We got Manning versus Matt Schaub. An interesting QB matchup there. Manning in his first Super Bowl. And, of course, Matt Schaub in his first Super Bowl. So here we go with the kickoff. We have Dominic Rhodes and the return. Yes, the recording was a little choppy. There were some recording issues in the first half, but that was fixed starting in the second half. But we'll just make it work so far. So Manning had 52 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, a bit high on the INTs, but he was the league leader in passing. We start off with that good handoff to Edgar and James with that first rush. Here we go, Manning back to pass. Throws it up there, deep ball to Reggie Wayne. Off to a great start here, the 48-yard reception by the veteran. Moving the chains, keeping the ball going. The ball rolling, as we see another play here now in the red zone. Manning throws it up, and a beautiful catch by Marvin Harrison. That one-handed spinning grab. What a way to start off the Super Bowl here in Super Bowl 2006. There you go, Manning launches it up there, and just look at that catch. Harrison making it look easy. And Mike Nugent, the rookie kicker, makes the extra point. Now off to the next kickoff. Here we have, I think that is, Nash, a younger running back here with the Giants, returning. So about the 26-yard line. And here we see Matt Schaub, who has seen a huge boost to his stats, largely because of Terrell Owens being the addition in the offseason. So 44 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. Interceptions were always a little bit up this season. And boom, right out of the gate, Dwight Freeney sacks Matt Schaub. Now he goes back to pass again. Matt Schaub looking to throw, and just a bad pass there. I think I was trying to throw to Y and wrong button, but well. Not the best start for the Giants there with that interception by Drayton Florence. So now Manning gets to work again, starting within the 50-yard line. James with a nice, powerful run up there. 2 runs, 27 yards, 10 yards after contact. Colts seem to be in good position here to get that solid first half lead. Good catch there by Harrison. Again, Manning back to pass, throws to Edgar and James for the screen, and he is in for a touchdown as we see him celebrating there with a receiving touchdown to put the Colts up 2 touchdowns in just the first quarter. Definitely a hot start for the Colts, what you want to see, especially if you're trying to be a champion. There's Manning celebrating that victory, eyeing that first Super Bowl victory for Peyton Manning's career. Back to the kickoff. We got Nash on the return. Fair catches this time. So Matt Schaub trots back out onto the field. We can see there 1 pass, 1 interception, 2 plays, a sack, and an INT. So now they give the ball off to Tiki Barber, trying to get something on the ground. Tiki Barber's been excellent this season, carrying the load. Even Jamal Lewis has been solid for them as a backup running back. Barber about 30 years old. Lewis about 25. Big run there by Barber, trying to get something going for the Giants. Here we go, Matt Schaub back to pass. So it's running up the middle. Slides at around the 31-yard line. Here we see Matt Schaub back to pass again. Throws deep for Owens, and he got it. I mean, it's basically magic there. Right? Pretty much a guarantee with Owens being there to catch And here we go. Jamal Lewis tries to force his way through, but comes up short, gets to the 1-yard line. Giants try again for a run and gets stuffed, right? We got Kennedy up there blocking Schaub. So Schaub throws this time, and it's caught. Touchdown. That's Tim Carter over there with the receiving touchdown. Now they are down by 1 score, but they're working their way back here in the second. So here we go with the replay. All right. Boom, on their way back. And Tim Carter with the spike, getting the first touchdown for the Giants. Bryant over there with the extra point. So now Manning has to get back to work, trying to make sure they can keep that lead. Rhodes does decide to return the kickoff, and he gets a little bit shy of that 25. But there is a flag. Let's see what that one is. So holding on the return, not the start to the drive we're looking for. Now Manning back to pass. Rolls out a little bit. Throws it deep to Reggie Wayne. But there is a flag. Let's see what that one is this time. A roughing the passer call, so the Colts get bailed out there. Allows themselves to get a good, easy first down there. Kind of a little bit past where their kickoff would have been. James with the run. Third rush of the game. And right there, Bobby Wade dropping the ball. Almost a beautiful catch there, but very much in traffic. Manning throws the ball incomplete, so they will be off to punt. And Strahan there, the former league MVP. So this is where my recording got a little wonky. On that next drive, Schaub throws a touchdown to Terrell Owens, and then it is reciprocated by Peyton Manning throwing a touchdown to Marvin Harrison, who got his second touchdown of the game. We move now to the halftime report, and then the rest of the game is recorded smoothly, a little bit better than before. But as we see, Tiki Barber doing his thing, helping the Giants stay competitive. We're looking at a score of 21-14. Again, the Giants are still very much in this game, and they will be receiving the kickoff, so they have a chance to come back and tie this game up, something the Colts definitely want to prevent from happening. But we'll see how this next drive turns out to see whether the Giants are able to make this a neck-and-neck game. So first play of the second half, Shaw back to pass, looking deep, throw to Owens, and it is a deep throw, a little bit too deep. And that's what she said. But anyway, we look at Barber making the catch there, keeping the chains moving. 98 yards for Matt Schaub to this point. Back to pass again. And there he is with the drop, when they lost Shockey, right? They weren't able to have that same tight end presence using Rivera and Dinkins. But here we go, Carter open across the middle there. Gains a big chunk of yards there for Carter. So comfortable getting outside of the pocket. Here we go with another handoff with Tiki Barber. 66 yards there. 6 rushes, 66 yards. So not sure if the 666 is a good sign for the Giants here, but we'll just have to figure that out. So deep throw to the back of the end zone, caught by Tim Carter with his second touchdown reception of the game. So it wasn't T.O., but it was Tim Carter over here making his name heard here in the Super Bowl. Here we go with the replay. Just showing the dynamic throw there by Schaub. Up in the air, caught 2 feet in bounds. Really excellent play by a 74, 75 overall. But that's been Schaub's season this entire year. Has been really reliable receivers coming through for them. So now the game's all tied up in the third quarter. This is a close one. So here we go with Rhodes returning it about to the 26-yard line. Now Manning's going to have to make something happen if he wants to be a champion in his first Super Bowl appearance. So here's some little highlights there, right? His beautiful catch by Marvin Harrison. Then the second touchdown by Harrison, right? That slant route that was near the end of the second half. Draw leads to a first down. Edgar and James pushing forward. We see Michael Strahan, the former league MVP, down with an injury. There, a little short pass there to James, who's been very prolific here in the Super Bowl. Manning already with 3 passing touchdowns, on track for a great performance, great showing here in the Super Bowl. And there we see a little replay there with that little short pass. Nowhere really to go there, but James finds a way to make a 7-yard gain there. Manning back to pass now, looking to throw, rolls out, wide open receiver Wes Welker, who's been kind of quiet this game. I mean, he's been very much the slot go-to target for Manning this entire season with many great plays. One of the top receivers in the league. Kind of quiet here in the Super Bowl. We see another 3-yard rush there. Manning now back to pass, and he throws it up, caught by Harrison, who gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Harrison's 3rd touchdown reception. Huge for the Colts, getting the lead right before the 3rd quarter ends. So that is, again, 4 touchdown passes for Manning, 3 of which were to Marvin Harrison. So he's on track for a Super Bowl MVP when it comes down to it between him and Manning. Now they go with the kickoff again. We got Nash there for the return, likely to turn it. Oh, okay. I thought I need it there, but I guess he did run it out. We see another flag pop up. Let's see what that one is. Okay, holding on the receiving team. Not great, but we'll get through it. Giants back to pass, looking to throw. Shaw rolls out, trying to avoid the sack, and he does, but he throws it behind the receiver. That cross-body throw. I was hoping he'd throw a little bit lower, but again, Schaub is not the most talented QB overall-wise, so he's been able to manage fairly well with this team, but now turns it over at a bad part of the game. Colts have a chance here to extend their lead, make it a 2-possession game. And there, Manning makes a bad throw, trying to force it to Welker. That's an idiot decision on my part, but nonetheless, the first turnover for the Colts, now giving the Giants an opportunity here to take this game back, tie it up. This was a similar position the Giants were in last game with the Philadelphia Eagles, if you watched that championship game, where Schaub led the team down for a final drive touchdown, and instead of going to overtime, they went for 2 and won the game. So right now the Giants are wanting to take some clock off this game and move methodically down the field. I mean, if they can get that big stab, they will. Here they go with Owens, and they do. Brings it to the 10-yard line with less than 3 minutes to go. Giants want to use the clock really well here in order to make it less likely for Manning to drive back down for a winning field goal, winning touchdown. And so they want to drain the clock here, but also get some points on the board. So we'll see what they do. Starts off with a sack, but again, nowhere to really throw it, and that keeps the clock moving. We see them go and drain the clock to the 2-minute warning. So less than 2 minutes with just a touchdown to go. Schaub looking to throw. Nice catch there by Lewis, gaining some yardage, getting closer to a touchdown. But again, they're wanting to drain the clock, and there they go. A touchdown pass to Terrell Owens. Who else trying to make this a tie or victory? So they're going to go for 2 here to try to get the win like they did in Philadelphia or in New York against the Eagles. So again, we see them go to Terrell Owens. We expect them to likely use Terrell Owens here on the 2-point conversion. And Schaub back to pass, throws it, and it is dropped. That's right, dropped by Terrell Owens. Great defense by the Colts. So now the Giants are forced to do the onside kick, which they fail. There's still a chance here for the Giants to maybe use their timeouts, force the Colts to a 3-and-out. But here we have James on the first play. All right, immediate timeout. You might wonder why the Giants didn't force overtime, but normally I try not to play overtime. I want the game to be won or lost in that final moment, that one play, and it worked last time for the Giants, but failed this time as we see Edgar and James crossing over the 3rd down marker. Here we go, 73 yards rushing. Now all the Colts have to do is take the knee and crown themselves champions of the 2006 Super Bowl. Congratulations here to Peyton Manning. This was 1 year earlier than in real life. Right, so last year I had the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the St. Louis Rams in the Super Bowl. 1 year before this Super Bowl, which would have been the Steelers-Seahawks Super Bowl. Next year would have been the Colts versus Bears. But here we see Manning winning a Super Bowl 1 year earlier. Tony Dungy winning a Super Bowl. Giants put up a good fight this season. The #1 team in the NFC East, joined by Terrell Owens, Matt Schaub, Tiki Barber, Jamal Lewis, and one of the best defenses in the league. And although defenses win championships, we see here in the Super Bowl, the Colts offense was more powerful than that defense. And despite it being really a punch after punch for each team, it wasn't a blowout, right? We started off 14-0 thinking the Colts were going to be the ones running away with it. But the Giants were able to make it a game, and really it could have been a 2-minute drill for Peyton Manning if they were to have converted that 2-point conversion. May have been an entirely different game. Here we go, Marvin Harrison with the player of the game, the game MVP with those 3 reception touchdowns. So really remarkable game by him and by the Indianapolis Colts. So as we look at the conclusion here, right, they're going to get crowned their Super Bowl champions with the Lombardi Trophy. I'm very happy for Peyton Manning and this team. Glad he was able to get his first Super Bowl victory in a well-fought battle, one that will be very memorable in the Super Bowl history of my league. And here we go, kissing the Super Bowl championship. So here are the stats for it. Again, both quarterbacks with 4 touchdowns, but Schaub with the 2 interceptions, which were very costly. Here we have the receiving leaders. Terrell Owens making 127 yards. As we look at some of the performers on defense for both teams, again, well played on both sides, neck and neck all the way through. And there we have the scoring summary in case you want to see the specifics of each score result. But there you have it, right? 28-27, Colts win the Super Bowl. And there you have the season recap. Thank you for watching.